Hello, Miss. Um, the purpose of this video is to talk about the benefit of speak language, and besides having an easier time traveling or watching movies without subtitles, knowing two or more language means that your brain actually look and work differently than those of your monolingual friends. So what does it really mean to know a language? Language ability is typically measured in two active parts: speaking and writing, and two passive parts: listening or reading, while a balanced bilingual has near equal abilities across the board into language. Most bilingual around the world know and use their language at varying proportions, and depend on their situation and how they acquired each language. They can be classified into three general types. For example, let's take a child whose family immigrants to the USA from Peru. When she is 2 years old, as compound bilingual, a child develops two language codics simultaneously with a single set of concepts learning both English and Spanish. And she been to process learning both English and Spanish. The world around her. Her teenage brother, on the other hand, may be a coordinated bilingual working with two sets of constant learning English in school, while continuing to speak Spanish at home with friends. Finally, a child parents are likely to be subordinate language to who learn secondary language by filtering is through their primary language. Because all types of bilingual people can become fully proficient in a language regardless of accent or pronunciation. The difference may not be apparent to be a casual observed, but recent advances in brain imaging technology had given neurolinguistics a glimpse into how a specific aspect of language learning affects the bilingual brain. It's well known that the brain left hemisphere is more dominant while the right hemisphere is more active in emotional and social ones. Thought is matter of degree, not absolutely explains the fact that language involves both type of functions, while lateralization develops gradually with age has led the critical period hypothesis. According to that theory, children learn language more easily because their plasticity of their developing brains lets them use both hemispheres in language acquisition, while in most adult language is lateralized the one hemisphere. Usually the left, and if this is true learning, a language is childhood may give you a more of this grasp in the social emotional context. Conversely, recent research showed that people learn a second language in adulthood and exhibit less emotional bias and more rational approach when confronting people in the second language than they are confronting problems in the second language than in their native ones. But regardless of when you acquire additional language, being multilingual gives your brain some remarkable advantage. Some of these are even visible, such as higher density of the gray matter that contains most of your brain's neurons and synapses are more actively in certain regions when engaging second language. Um, the natives work out bilingual brain receipts through its life can also help delay the one of disease like Alzheimer and dementia by as much as 5 years. The idea of major cognitive benefit to be bilingual may seem intuitive now. It would have surprised early experts before in 1960s. Bilingual was considered a handicap that slowed a child development by focusing them to spend too much energy distinguished between language abuse based largely on flower flower studies. Go. And while a more recent study did show that reaction times and error increase for some bilingual students in a cross-language test, it also showed that the effort and attention needed to switch between language triggered more activity in a potentially strained than dorsolateral prefrontal cortex. This is part of the brain that plays a large role in executive function problem solving, switching between tasks and focusing while filtering out irrelevant info. So while bilingual may not necessarily make you smarter, it does make your brain more healthy, complete, and activity engaged. And even if you didn't have the good fortune of learning a second language as a child, it's never too late to do yourself a favor and make the linguistic leap from hello. Because this is gone to our brains, a little exercise can go a long way. Thank you uh, for watching this video.